I start by giving all glory and praise unto the Lord Yahawah, Bashem, Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, and Brakatah Yahawashi. I give all glory and praise unto those holy and powerful names of Yahawah being the Father, and Yahawashi being His only begotten Son. This is Brother Malachi, coming at you again through the Spirit of Paya Bashem Yahawashi, coming in the way of the Baha Shemakah Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit of truth. This is another lesson. Lord willing, it isn't that long, but whatever the Spirit gives me to feed the hopeful elect, then that's what it's gonna be. But regardless, I want to say this as well. Baba Kasha, Shalak Hada Raka Kwadash Labana Habakayar the Wada. Pray that the Lord Yahawah send the Holy Spirit, of truth unto me, and so that I can be edifying and make an edifying video and edify the brothers. But the point of this lesson is inspired basically on something that I seen on YouTube, and I believe I follow this particular individual, and she be having like news and like drama and stuff that just goes on in like celebrity lives, and sometimes political news. She kind of all over the place with it. But what I can say about her, her name is Lovely TITV. She does push, for the most part, accurate information from what I've seen through the Spirit. Now anyway, but the point is, I seen her on my feed, and I was reading into the news that she posted, and the spirit in me started thinking to myself, after I read this, because it says Australian Parliament bans social media for those under 16 years old with world first law. And I was like, damn. And the Spirit hit me to do a lesson on this, because what this is going to push forward and what this is ultimately going to bring is the famine of the word, which speaks about this in Amos, the 8th chapter, the 11th verse, where the Lord is going to bring a famine, of the word of the Lord. And via the word of the Lord that we have, we are to comfort each other with these words, with this understanding. But the Lord Yahawashi is going to retract the men of the Lord off the highways and byways. Okay? And once he does that, that's going to be, okay, he's going to pull the men of the Lord off the highways and byways, and off the YouTubes and off the social medias, off any type of platform where you're going to be able to speak freely and have truth. Esau, Edom, the ones that are the ones that are in control of this society, Salakia. The elites of this world, they don't want this truth and this understanding of us coming back to our heritage as being Hebrew Israelites from our respective tribes, call upon the names of the Lord, Yahawah being the Father, Yahawashi being His only begotten Son. Esau, Edom wants to prevent that. He wants to stop that, or he wants to try ultimately to throw a monkey wrench. He wants to try to stop the plans and the prophecies of Yahawashi. If he could, then that's what he's trying to do, but he can't, because the things that are written in these scriptures is faithful and true. So let's start there. Just, we're gonna go through the Spirit, we're gonna get some precepts, and Lord willing, let's be edifying. But we're gonna get into the article right in a moment. Faithful, true, because these are the words of the Lord, man. These are the words of the Lord that we believe on, and from these words we're gonna be able to have comfort, and we're gonna believe and have faith in these words, and we're gonna be delivered through our faith and through predestination. But nonetheless, this is Revelations 21:5. I'm going to jump right to the point. It says, he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new, which means, goes into that Greek word kainos. When you go into it, which means refresh, the Lord is going to refresh the earth, because right now we're under a heathenistic, satanic, false idol, queen of heaven worshiping, pedophile ring ass kingdom, or queendom, or whatever you want to call it. This kingdom is uplifts high levels of wickedness in the sight of the Lord Yahawashi. So this place is exhibiting high level flood activity, which means the same behavior patterns that they were doing during a time of the flood, which includes homosexuality, being a thief, sexual immorality, adultery, things like that were going on during the time of the flood, before the time of the flood, and these same spirits are back on the earth again to receive judgment again, because the same works that they were doing in their past lives, they're doing it in their reincarnation. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. So it says, behold, I make all things new, because the Lord is going to make all things refreshed and new, upon his second return, upon his second return, within the new covenant. Now it says, and he said unto me, write these things, write these words. The words that were written with these scriptures is write these words, the scriptures, man. The understanding, the Holy Spirit that gives us the understanding, the Rakakwadash. It says these words are faithful and true, so therefore that means that the things that are written in this book are true and they're going to come to pass. All right? And what we do as the men of the Lord with these words and with this understanding is we bring it out. We break it down. We let you know what's finna happen. And the Lord told us to be watchmen. We'll get that precept, but a watchman is someone that, let's get this actually. Let's, and we'll get that precept in a minute. But I want to read this as well. This is 2 Esdras 15:2, and caused them to be written in paper. Revelation 25, Revelations 21:5, and 2 Esdras 15:2 is a precept to each other. It says, and caused them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and they are true. And these are the words of the Lord. These are the things that Yahawah has manifest unto his servants, the prophets, in which we believe. Let's get this in Amos 3. Let's get this in Amos, the 3rd chapter. What the hell going on? Salakia. Let's get this precept. I think that might be Amos 5. Because we've been given the understanding. We've been given the word. You understand? Well, the men of the Lord have been given the word. Let me see. This is Jeremiah 7:25. It says, since that day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day, even unto this day that you hear this message, as I speak, it says, I have even sent unto you my servants. So we come in the vibration of Yahawah to let you know things are going to be done upon the earth before they be done upon the earth. We're basically rolling out the red carpet, letting you know Yahawah is on his way. letting you know that this wickedness that you see on the earth at a high level is finna be put it's finna be put out. You know, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Esau, Edom, and these heathen nations are finna go into captivity. The nation of Israel, consisting of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which make up the house, the house of the tribe of Israel, you know, going into the elect, are gonna be delivered. You know, we're letting you know of these things before they happen. And the Lord has put the Spirit on us, rising us up early, sending us to the highways and putting the Spirit on us, you know, in this destroyed us flesh to make particular lessons, to go into particular things, so that the hopeful elect can be aware and can be privy to this information, you know, so they can call upon the name of the Lord ultimately and be delivered. So we have a mission, we have a job. The Lord has sent us out early. The Lord has sent us out to do a particular thing. But what I'm telling you is that eventually within the world, you know, as his truth and understanding has been taught for well over 30, I don't know how long, ever since like the late 1960s, the truth has been, the Lord has put the Spirit on the Wakakradash back on the men of the Lord, you know, starting with the apostles of the Great Millstone out of the New York camp, and then it spread, you know, and now you got brothers popping up and doing the work of the Lord and all over Babylon the Great, aka America. You understand? So we've been engrafted with the word. We've been given the word of truth, and it's like it. We've been given the word of truth, all right, and we're supposed to teach it, man, and give Jake, which is the nation of Israel, warning of Yahawashi. This is I'm gonna jump to the point. This is Isaiah 21:6. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, said unto me, Go set a watchman and let him declare what he seeth." So this is our job. This is our job. You know, we're blowing the spiritual trumpet. We're letting you know what's finna happen upon the earth, or what the Lord Yahawah is finna bring upon the earth, which is nothing more than death, calamity, plagues, you know, doom. You know, the Lord said he was gonna bring plagues upon Egypt. Salaki, hold on. Upon Egypt. He said he gonna bring plagues upon this place again, as he have done before. So, you know, Salaki for all this talking and going into all these precepts. I just wanted to. Damn, how you spell Egypt? I thought that's how you spell that shit. Boy, I can't spell shit today. Plague. Damn, how you spell plagues? Shit. Hold on. Salakia. But yeah, man, the Lord's finna plague this place again. Just like he plagued Egypt for a time. You know? Here we go right here. This is 2nd Edges 15:4. It says, "For all these the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." Now, just like how I brought out that the words of the Lord shall be written, and that they are faithful and true. You know, and we understand through the words of the Lord, through Yahawah Shai, ultimately his sacrifice, that this is how we're going to be delivered, and this is how we're going to be saved. And, you know, and we keep the laws and the statutes and commandments to the best of our ability. You know, but for those that just flat out don't have any faith or any belief in the Lord, you know, then you're going to be destroyed, man. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." All right. So you had, you know, liberty to listen to the men of the Lord, you know, but the Lord did put the Spirit on you to understand, you know, The Lord might have put the Spirit on you to scoff or to reject it or to find fault with what the men of the Lord are saying, you know. But eventually, like I've been saying, the truth and the words which are going to lead into life are going to be taken out of the earth. They're going to be the prophets of the Lord are going to be removed. There's going to be a famine of the word. And what the hell? How they want me to do it? Maybe it's a slash. Whatever, I don't know. I guess you just can't search it like that. Amos 8? I don't know what the fuck going on with this shit right now. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes the Bible app may be tripping. So let's get that, and then we'll read the article. It says, "Behold, the day cometh, saith the Lord Yahawah power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." And not only hearing the words of the Lord, or of Yahawashi, but hearing the words of the Lord and it being broken down to you and understood in the correct format, which means sound doctrine, correct doctrine, correctly dividing the word of truth, breaking down everything the correct way, and believing and having faith in the Lord. The Lord is going to turn, the Lord is going to take away the true interpretation and the truth out of the earth, remove the men of the Lord, take them off the highways and byways, take them off the YouTubes, take them off the social media, take them off wherever they may be, where the truth is being preached or spoken, and it's gonna be quieted. It's gonna be it's like someone's gonna put a cap over the men of the Lord, and we're no longer gonna be out there in the highways and byways, or we're no longer gonna be on the internet, on the YouTubes, on the video platforms pushing videos. You know, this is a prophecy of Yahawashi. You know, and the way that this is gonna be achieved is gonna be fulfilled. Is gonna be fulfilled within Babylon the Great, and it's gonna be fulfilled by our enemies. Our enemies are going to craftfully, sneakily, or cunningly bring forth legislation and draconian decrees or laws that's going to enable him to persecute those who have YouTube accounts, those men of the Lord that believe in the truth, that teach the truth. You know, their YouTubes, their Facebooks, their internet, their Instagrams, all going to be taken away. And this is how Esau Edom is going to achieve, he's going to fulfill, or this is how this particular scripture is going to be fulfilled within the earth. It's going to be via Esau Edom being so fed up with the amount of truth and the amount of the fact that he's getting exposed at a high level, that he's just gonna be like, nah, fuck all this. We're taking this. We're gonna just close all this, shut down accounts, and ain't gonna be no more truth. And at that point, if you're not built up in the faith, you're fucked. You understand? So, let's read the article actually and get some more precepts. It says a social media, and I'm gonna read it here. It says a social media ban for children under 16 passed the Australian Parliament on Friday in the world's first law. Now I speak as a man. I can see Esau, ultimately um 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 taking the men of the Lord off the internet, you know. And it is going to happen because hey, we already read it in Amos. It's a prophecy. It's going to come to pass. The word of the Lord are faithful and true. But I think, as I speak as a man, is that they're going to start to acquire your identification for you to enter into the internet. And then they're also going to require your identification to prove that you're not too young to be on the internet. And therefore, once that is enabled, you understand, once they can do that, then that means you're going to have an identification or some type of clearance to access or to use the internet. Once they do that, that means therefore you're already tracked anyway, but they're going to be able to further track you and know exactly who is behind and doing whatever you're doing on your particular phone, your laptop. You know, they'll be able to do. They'll know, because if you have to use your ID or to confirm your identification to prove whether you are old enough or you're not old enough, they're going to be able to then be like, okay, boom, this is who this person is. Boom, this person is searching up this, and this, and this. All right, boom, this person is uploading this. Basically, your account is going to be tied to your identification. So anything that they don't like that you're posting at that point, then they can therefore then attack your real person based off the views or the talking points that you have on the internet about whatever particular subject or topic, you know, and then they can use the information from you IDing yourself to access their platforms, and they can use that information to then persecute you. Now, I speak as a man, and I believe they already know who we are and things of that nature, and they already know who the fuck they're gonna come get and grab and kill and shit like that. But ultimately, this is the Lord's gonna take away the men of the Lord off the highways and byways, and this is a step closer to that prophecy being fulfilled, because you got to see and understand how Esau, Edom, which is a so-called white woman, man, woman, and child, how they think. All right. If you got to identify yourself to be on the internet, then you can kind of see where it's going, you know, to the point where you're not even going to have internet access. They're going to push you out the way if you don't conform and give them what they need. If you don't have a digital ID, or ultimately then it's just going to jump. If you don't got the MOTB, you can't access this. You can't do this, or you can't do that. You're not going to be able to go here. You're not going to be able to do this. So eventually it's going to come to the point where you're not going to be able to have access to the internet because you're not conforming to our particular draconian standards, which are wicked. All right. It says, the law will make platforms, including TikTok. So you can see where this is going. So now these particular places like TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Reddit, X, Instagram, now they can get sued. They're liable. They gotta come out of bread if a person that's younger than 16 gets on their app. You know what I'm saying? You know, which, hey, I don't give a fuck either way. But you can see how this is leading into basically internet policing. Because if you got to confirm that you're old enough to even access a particular site, that's gonna jump you through some more hoops, you know, and to the point where you get to the point where they just take the truth and any talking points that's against the narrative of the New World Order. They're just gonna take that shit off the internet, and then they're gonna be able to accurately identify who you are and come get you. You know what I'm saying? For treason, quote unquote. Probably that's what they're gonna call it. But I'm just making this video as an update. You can kind of see where this is going, how they're policing and making sure certain people ain't on the internet, and you know what I'm saying. Not only does this, you gotta confirm that you're old enough to be on the internet. Now you gotta, it says this is happening in Australia. Man, the Esau Edom can make this happen everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now every time you get on the internet, imagine every time you get on your phone and you go to Google, you gotta identify yourself just to search something in Google. You know? That enables Esau to have more control. More control. He already has control already, but he wants even more control because we know that Esau Edom wants to be like the Most High according to the scriptures. He wants to be similar. He wants to be like the Most High. All right? He wants to be, it's funny. He wants to be like Yahawashi whole time, but he don't believe in the God. Esau Edom is the fucking devil. Anyway, or he don't believe in God, but if there is a God, then he's better than God. Esau, bro. Only Esau. It says the law will make platforms including TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Reddit, X, basically all social media platforms everywhere you go to post are going to be, they're going to be liable for fines up to 15 million Australian dollars, 33 million. Damn, for systemic failures to prevent children younger than 16 from holding accounts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the children younger than 16 they're not people we got to worry about. You know what I mean? Like who the fuck gives a fuck about these little boppers? This is a ploy. This is an attack, a small attack. This is a gradual attack that's gonna lead up ultimately into them Xing out the truth, them Xing out Yahawashi. You know, because we don't give a fuck about these young ass kids. Fuck what they doing. They ain't doing nothing. These kids, these kids younger than 16, they are bugged out of their minds. You know what I'm saying? They are already infiltrated by Esau and his Babylon juice. The only ones that's not with this shit is the hopeful elect, because they have the understanding of Yahawashi. You know? It says the Senate passed the bill on Thursday, 34-19. The House of Representatives overwhelmingly approved the legislation 102-13. The House on Friday endorsed opposition's opinion made in the Senate, making the bill law. Prime Minister Antonio Albanese said law supported parents concerned by online horns to their children. I don't understand. I mean, I speak as a man. I don't really fuck with the internet. I think the internet is too open. It's you know what I mean? Like, people be posting the dumbest shit. Like, I speak as a man. I don't believe there's going to be the internet. I don't believe there's going to be internet in the kingdom as we know it. I'm sure there's going to be something like it, but it's going to be more righteous. It's going to make more sense than the internet that we have in the world right now. Like, if I go on the internet right now, I can see just the most debaucherous shit. I can see yo bitch. You know what I'm saying? I speak hypothetically, but I can see yo bitch on there shaking ass. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Listen, the internet is so crazy, right? I speak as a man. Everyone knows who Kim Kardashian is, or Kim K. She married to Kanye West. If you didn't know, then now you know. She's she's really just some whore. And, you know, at the end of the day. But she's a well-known whore, which is why I'm using her as an example. The internet is so wicked. This bitch is married, all type of shit. You know, nobody's really checking for her like that. I don't give a fuck. This bitch, if you go on internet and type in Kim K sucking dick, you gonna find it. Because she got a sex tape, of course, but it's there. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so much wickedness and just crazy shit that's just on the internet. The Lord is gonna do away with that shit. It's gonna pass away with the elements of this world. You know, with the things of this world. You know, that's of this world. The Lord gonna take away all that internet. The internet is destroying people's brains. You know. And you know, but it is what it is, you know. The people who whose brains are destroyed or who on some other shit, the Lord ain't dealing with him anyway. The Lord's only, dealing with the elect, and the elect are gonna have understanding, and we're gonna have foresight to know and be like, this is an attack on the truth, but it's just not, and it's just not a direct attack. But it's gonna culminate into the truth and the men that speak the truth getting affected because they're trying to police social media and things of that nature even more now. You know what I mean? Up to the point where they eventually just take the men of the Lord and those that hold accounts that teach the truth. They're just gonna delete them, or they're just gonna shadow ban them to the point where like no one even sees the videos no more. You just making videos for no reason. You know what I'm saying? No one, like you know what I mean? But hey, I just wanted to do a little something on that. We're not ignorant unto Satan's devices. You know what I'm saying? Esau Edom is obviously coming after the internet. He's coming after the truth ultimately. Because if you're coming after the internet, you're coming after the truth. You're coming after, social media, then you're coming after the truth because guess what? Social media, places like YouTube and all that, and especially TikTok, is where a lot of people post videos exposing the lies of this world and the lies of Esau Edom, and exposing and going into truth of the evil that Esau Edom has done in the earth and things of that nature, just getting exposed left and right. He did this, or he did that, or they did this over here, and people going in on TikTok, just letting it loose, going into all types of information, going into Esau, going into his system, going into his plans, going into his new world order, going into everything. All right, sometimes TikTok can provide you more accurate news than the news itself. Because the news is controlled. Social media is less controlled because it's social media. It's people posting. It's not a post from, some type of news outlet that's being controlled by the elites. But nonetheless, man, I just wanted to speak on that and, just speak on that briefly, show you how the internet, social media, and all these things are being attacked, and they're going to continue to be attacked up until the point where the truth of Yahawashi is taking off the internet. The men of the Lord are taking off the highways and byways, and at that point, if you don't got the faith or you're not built up, then hey, it's over with. But with all that being said, I didn't want to make this video long. Salak if it did run pretty long. I just wanted to hit the point and things of that nature. But yeah, the truth and the internet is definitely they're definitely gonna come after it, and try to police it to the point where the truth ain't gonna be spoken here much longer. But while it is being spoken, then we're gonna take that liberty and we're gonna build ourselves up, and we're gonna continue to have faith and hope in the Lord Yahawashi for deliverance for the hopeful elect. So with all that being said, I want to say shalom.